First giving honor to God,
All right now.
to Bishop and Pastor, to all fivefold ministry gifts, deacons, deaconesses, everybody under the sound of my voice. I'm here to speak about love. There are many verses about love in the Bible. Depending on what version, the word love appears from 310 to over 500 times.
Come on.
Come on.
Some verses are 1 Corinthians 13, 4 and 5. Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, and is not self-seeking, and is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrong. Proverbs 3 and 34. Let love and faithfulness never leave you. Bind them around your neck. Write them on the tablets of your heart. And then you will win favor and a good name in the sight of God. 1 Peter 4 and 8. Above all, love each other deeply, because love covers a multitude of sins.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 Corinthians 13 and 13. These three things will last forever. Faith, hope, and love.
Right.
And the greatest of these is love. These verses tell us what love is, what love isn't. It tells us how valuable love is. It tells us how God treasures love. And it tells us how we should love each other.
Mm-hmm.
Another verse, which is very special to me, is Psalms 139 and 8, which says, if I ascend to heaven, you are there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, you are there. This verse speaks to God's unchanging, unfailing love for us, his agape love, his powerful, indescribable love. In the book of Hosea, you will find the story of the prophet Hosea, who God commanded to marry an unfaithful woman. As a representation of how Israel had become unfaithful to God.
Right.
In Hosea chapter 3, God commands Hosea to buy back his wife out of slavery. This represents God's love that causes him to come for us and buy us back to remarry us.
Come on. Come on.
Backslidden state.
Teach well.
Personally, I've struggled to understand how God can love me unfailingly. I understood that, how much he loved me, he gave his only begotten son. I understood all that. But how can he love me in an unfailing way, even when I fail him on a daily basis, or if I have an attitude on an hourly basis?
Come on.
I mean,
Teach well, Deaconess.
I couldn't get it. I couldn't understand it. But in 2008, God showed me.
Come on.
I lived through Psalms 139 and 8.
Talk about it.
Come on.
One of my best friends and I were in a car accident. We were drunk. I was passed out in the front seat, and she fell asleep behind the wheel. And we hit a telephone pole.
Come on.
This was the first and only time that I've ever been that drunk in my life.
Come on.
At this point in my life, I had been taken advantage of by a boyfriend. And I was blaming myself. It was always, I shouldn't have been drinking, well, I shouldn't have been smoking, well, it was my fault. Maybe I should have done this, maybe I should have done that. But in the end, I know that's not the truth.
Come on.
Come on, Deaconess.
From that, it led to depression, suicidal thoughts, suicide attempts. I stopped going to classes, stopped doing homework, and in result of that, I got kicked out of college. And that just sent me down a downward spiral. I basically just gave up on life.
Come on.
That night, I drank. I didn't care. I drank because I was angry. I drank because I was hurt. I drank because I was embarrassed and ashamed. I drank because I felt guilty. And basically, I just wanted to forget everything and everyone and just do me for a minute.
Come on.
Come on. You're free somebody. Come on.
I always knew God. I grew up in the church. I was baptized at maybe like 9 years old. And I always understood it, but I could still never understood his love. I never fully understood it. I felt like because I made those choices and I let it happen, then I just let down God, and He would act like I would act if somebody let me down.
Come on.
Um, in the car, I remember hearing my friend screaming. It was like a movie. I heard her screaming first, begging me to wake up, screaming my name and crying for help. As I opened my eyes, I saw the car smashed around me, and I looked up and the engine was smoking. I couldn't remember if it was white smoke or black smoke that meant really bad if the engine was smoking. So all I could do was pray. In the midst of me being drunk and everything, I thought to pray.
Come on. Come on. That's it.
I touched my head, and my hand was covered in blood. In that moment, all I could do was think, God, just please don't let this engine blow up.
Oh, wow.
Fast forward, I'm at home recovering, stitches in my forehead, and I was sent to even worse, deeper depression because I caused my parents to have to get that phone call that their child was in an accident in the middle of the night. I caused my father to have to get up out of his bed and come and see about his baby, and my mother to worry the whole time she's driving.
Come on.
One day, in the midst of all of this, my father called me, and he asked me to come to the Word Church in Cleveland with him. Because he's my dad, of course I said yes. And Pastor R.A. Vernon was preaching a word that was directly to me. In that sanctuary, God showed me a vision. He took me back to that night. He took me to the scene where I was in the car. He showed me slumped over on the dashboard. And he allowed me to see 3 demons or dark spirits coming towards me. All of a sudden, I saw an angel from heaven come down and step in front of me.
Come on.